that's right. Oh, no, that's right, boys. Welcome to the side of the ring. I got excited, all right? It's time for some ringside rumors. After November 5th's rumor, Steve Austin would listen to proposals for another return to the ring. Fightful Select reports that Triple H and team have actually made an offer for Austin to do another match. Well, that makes sense considering, like, he's posting a bunch of videos of him working out and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what the match could be. For some reason, there was an article that was like, oh, it could potentially be CM Punk, but that's still up in the air, but I don't think it's going to be that. But, I mean, listen, I don't know, all right? We're going to have to wait and see. Next, sources told Fightful they think the pitch was for WrestleMania 39, but didn't confirm that or who Stone Cold might wrestle. Another source told the site Austin and the company were far apart on terms. Okay, yeah, so obviously they have to do the thing where they're like, what about this guy? No. Okay, what about him? No. Okay, what about me? Oh, you know. Pitch was for WrestleMania 39, but didn't confirm that or who Stone Cold might wrestle. But didn't confirm that. Well, if it's not going to be WrestleMania 39, then it's obviously got to be a big pay-per-view. I don't think Stone Cold's just going to do the job on like a random episode of Raw. So, we're far apart on terms. So, yeah, so we just got to wait and see. Next, before his exit, Russell Votes tells Give Me Sport Vince McMahon had sourced on Gunther and like legitimately wanted to bury him and send him back to NXT. Gunther is safe now, however. The Twitter account says Triple H is a big Gunther fan and plans to use him prominently for the next decade plus. So, yes, that was actually true. I remember hearing about this. I remember hearing, I think it was like at least a month or a couple weeks before, Vince McMahon left, but there were talks about Gunther not really being liked, and he was definitely going to be like buried again. And man, can you imagine if that was the case? What was the point? I miss Vince, man. I miss that, because now all we have to do is talk about how good wrestling is, and now we can't yell about how awful it is now. You know, why would you go through all that trouble of putting him on the main roster and changing his name if you were just going to bury him and then put him right back on NXT? That doesn't make any sense. That would have been the dumbest thing in the absolute world. It would have been an absolute waste of his talent. Why would you go through the trouble of putting him on the main roster if you were just going to go, actually, you know what? I don't like him. What? You changed his name, so obviously that clearly has to tell you that there was something about him that you liked. And now all of a sudden you don't. Next, PW Insiders heard praise for Drew McIntyre from people within WWE for his hard work and commitment, as evidenced by his squeezing in a trip to India for the company after working European house shows and Crown Jewel while sick with the flu. Well, yeah, man. If I don't even know what else to say, that's all I'm going to say. If you are sick or you're injured and you're still taking shows and dates and gigs and that sort of stuff, then obviously WWE is going to be like, wow, you know, he's really killing himself for the business. I respect that, you know. And this is kind of how it used to be in the Vince McMahon era. You had to take your lumps. You had to go out there in a diaper and you had to poop in it. And then if you did that, then Vince would be like, all right, maybe I'll give you the title. And then Vince will give you the title. And then Brock Lesnar would like rip it off of your skin. You know, like it would be like on you, like strapped on you. And Brock would like rip your abdomen off with the belt. And then, you know, just throw your abdomen out and then put the belt around his neck, you know, like, and then you'd be in like a gimmick where you get attacked by a chicken and then you would just win the world title again. So I feel as though, I mean, obviously that's not the case, but I feel like it kind of shares a correlation of like, okay, if he's willing to do all that, then, you know, maybe we're even on to something here. Finally, AEW's Abadon suffered what was believed to be a broken collarbone, ouchie, wrestling for an indie show in Staten Island over the weekend, Insider reports. Abadon landed wrong after delivering a hurricanrana to her opponent. The match was stopped immediately. She was taken to the hospital. Yeah, that's really good. I really like that. That's like, man, I'm so glad that is like the thing now, and we're not doing the thing where like someone's eye falls out and then they like put it back in and then they're like, all right, let's go. What are you doing, Vader? Your eye came out. Like, you should probably go see if that's all right. Anyway, but yeah, man, I hope that she makes a speedy recovery. Who else? Somebody else got an injury. Literally, it was Abadon and it was somebody else. I can't remember. It was recent. Oh, I can't remember who it was. I think it was for AEW, I think. I don't remember, man. I have no idea. It was Abadon and somebody else, but I don't, maybe it wasn't Abadon. I don't actually know. But yeah, again, hopefully it makes a speedy recovery and she's back sooner rather than later. Ouchie though, collarbone, yikey, spiky. Okay, that sounds like it hurts. All right, that's gonna do it, folks. What are we talking about? Stone Cold is gonna wrestle at WrestleMania, and they haven't really figured out who it is yet. And quote, we're far apart on terms. That makes a lot of sense. He's working out. So two things: either it's confirmed and where he's just waiting, or He's like, they could potentially put me on the card, and I don't want to be like caught out in the open without any prep or anything like that. So it's either one of the two or it's both. It seems like it's gonna be both. Let's see. Before his exit, Vince McMahon's gonna bury Gunther. That doesn't make any sense. Why they changed his name? So you obviously changed his name for a reason, right? If you changed his name, that clearly meant that you were gonna feature him prominently on TV for something. Like if you go into a restaurant and order food, that clearly means you're gonna eat it. Why would you order the food and then go, actually, you know what? I don't like this. Take it back to the kitchen. Why? That's stupid. Let's see. Peter Review Insider has praised Drew McIntyre because he worked with the Flu on a couple European house shows and Crown Jewel and all that. Listen, we're out of that era now where you gotta take your lumps from the WWE, but at the end of the day, we're gonna respect you for going out there and, taking your voluntary lumps, alright? We're not gonna sit here and say that that's terrible. And Abadon suffered a collarbone injury after giving a Hurricane Runner to her opponent at an indie show in Staten Island over the weekend. Hopefully she makes a speedy recovery. I don't know, man. The collarbone just sounds like it really hurts, It just sounds like that's one of the things that you don't want to do. So, I mean, again, speedy recovery. Hope she's back sooner rather than later. Folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode because I certainly enjoyed making it. And if you want to catch more content like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Please, okay? Please subscribe. I'm begging you. And I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.